Welcome to the Tim Booker Book Sharing channel. Here, we delve into the endless world of words, savor captivating stories, and share insights and reflections. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to stay updated. Let's embark on this reading journey, experience the allure of words, and explore the ocean of knowledge together.
Today, I'll be interpreting a book for you titled The Remarkable Life of the Skin, with the subtitle, An Intimate Journey Across Our Surface. Why is the skin considered extraordinary? The skin is actually alive, it breathes, excretes, and from birth until death, it constantly accompanies us. Like a protective wall, it envelopes and shields our bodies, guarding against UV rays and harmful microorganisms. It regulates temperature according to our needs and possesses the ability to self-repair and regenerate. It's the body's largest organ, weighing around 9 kilograms in adults, and if fully spread out, it spans an area of approximately 2 square meters. Unlike any other organ, the skin is perpetually visible and tangible, aging alongside our bodies. Its condition reflects the peaks and valleys of our life experiences. Additionally, it serves as the interface between us and the external world, hosting millions of nerve endings that help us experience life. However, the skin's role surpasses these functions. Much of its miraculous capabilities are yet to be fully explored and understood. As the subtitle suggests, this book is a journey delving into the intimate relationship between the body and the mind. The author proposes that the skin is not just a tangible entity but an extension of the self, often overlooked yet uniquely significant. The author contends from the outset that the remarkable life of the skin is not solely a manual guiding us on attaining healthy, beautiful skin. Instead, it is an exploration into the depths of the skin, akin to a prism reflecting our physiological appearance and the psychological and social meanings carried by the skin. To comprehend the skin is, essentially, to understand ourselves. The specifics of this understanding will gradually unfold in our upcoming exploration. A brief introduction to the author. Dr. Monty Lyman, the author of this book, is not only a physician and a researcher at Oxford University but also an exceptional writer. He has received national awards for his contributions to dermatology and medical writing. The Remarkable Life of the Skin, the book you're delving into, was shortlisted for the Royal Society Science Book Prize in 2019 and was named among the Books of the Year by BBC Radio 4 and the Sunday Times. Lyman, in crafting this book, traversed the globe, exploring regions including Africa, South Asia, and Oceania. Grounded in rigorous research and integrating his medical expertise, he endeavors to present the skin's extraordinary life to the reader. Now, let's embark on this journey into the exploration of the skin alongside the author. I'll break down the book into 2 parts for your understanding. 1. The first part will address what concerns us most about the skin. 2. The second part will shed light on aspects of the skin that often evade our attention. Alright, let's officially dive into the first part. We'll discuss the concerns about our skin from the perspective of its physiological entity. After reviewing various skin-related websites, I've noticed that people generally have 2 levels of concerns about their skin. The first level revolves around skin health, the basic foundation, while the second level is about wanting the skin to resist aging, a higher-tier beauty concern. Let's break it down. When it comes to maintaining healthy skin, many associate it with regulating their diet. Does diet really affect our skin health? Intuitively, we believe it does. Overindulging in sweets causing breakouts or drinking plenty of water for better skin texture, all these notions have some studies backing them up. For instance, there's a small island in the South Pacific called Kidava Island. The inhabitants there have had minimal exposure to Western influence. They've never consumed fried potato chips or hamburgers. Their diet mainly consists of fruits, yams, sweet potatoes, root vegetables, and some natural foods like fish. Their diet comprises 20% fat, 10% protein, and 70% carbohydrates. Researchers discovered that heart disease and stroke rates among the locals were remarkably low, and none of the 1,200 studied individuals had acne. Extensive evidence suggests that the more westernized the diet, the more severe the acne. Foods with high glycemic indexes trigger acne by rapidly elevating blood sugar levels, increasing fat synthesis within the skin, stimulating cortical cell growth, ultimately compromising the skin's ability to control acne-causing bacteria. However, identifying high glycemic foods isn't always straightforward. Take chocolate, for example. Many assume it might cause breakouts due to its perceived high glycemic index, yet chocolate's glycemic index isn't high as its fat content slows sugar absorption. For a comprehensive understanding of high and low glycemic index foods, refer to the course Feng Shui's 16 Lectures on Scientific Weight Loss, where detailed tables are provided by Feng Shui, if you're interested in further exploration. Certainly, certain components in food can affect skin health. While some focus on adjusting their dietary structure and habits, others seek similar health effects by consuming nutritional supplements to keep their skin youthful and reduce the risk of skin cancer. Antioxidants and collagen might be the most popular supplements, but the author contends that there's currently no definitive evidence supporting the claim that antioxidants like vitamins A, C, E can reduce the risk of skin cancer. The same applies to collagen. Although collagen in the skin diminishes with age, its molecules are too large to permeate the skin when added to skincare products. Even when ingested, while harmless to the body, there's insufficient evidence to label it as a fountain of youth. Perhaps there will be ample evidence in the future about the effectiveness of these antioxidants. However, what's known presently is that these supplementary nutrients don't match the balance attained through a diet rich in fruits and vegetables coupled with regular exercise. For instance, consuming carrots, tomatoes, peppers, and other colorful foods high in carotenoids can brighten skin tone without sun exposure. Additionally, incorporating fiber-rich fruits, vegetables, and grains, excellent sources of dietary fiber, can promote the growth of beneficial gut bacteria, thereby improving gut health and fortifying our skin. Food we ingest influences our skin from the inside out. Yet, what many don't realize is that our skin can influence our bodies from the outside in, notably concerning the gut. After examining the latest research progressions, the author of this book found that substances that come into contact with a child's skin during their early years might directly cause food allergies. For instance, many children experience eczema during their infancy, which compromises the skin's barrier. At this stage, airborne food particles easily adhere to the skin, provoking it and attracting more immune cells. Consequently, contact with similar foods later leads to allergic reactions. The author suggests that eczema might be the biggest risk factor for infant food allergies. Now, transitioning from diet, let's talk about anti-aging. What truly accelerates skin aging? When we hear anti-aging, our minds probably don't leap to preventing presbyopia or joint diseases. Instead, we often focus on the skin. Many invest significant sums annually in combating skin aging, aiming for a more youthful appearance. However, pausing to consider how skin ages and the process behind it is crucial. Understanding the causes allows us to counteract aging effectively. Undoubtedly, time is a significant aging factor. As age increases, the skin naturally undergoes changes. The epidermis renewal rate elongates, the skin thins, and collagen steadily depletes. Starting in the 20s, collagen loss in the skin amounts to approximately 1% yearly, accelerating after 40. This explains why many skincare products advertise collagen. Besides natural aging, exposed skin faces another challenge: environmental factors. Among these, sun exposure ranks as the primary cause of skin aging. The author asserts that even when accounting for the skin's aging due to time alone, sunlight surpasses its impact. Most of the UV rays reaching the Earth consist of UVA particles. While UVA doesn't cause epidermal sunburns, it penetrates deeply into the dermis, weakening collagen and elastin supplies, leading to unseen skin damage, thinning, reduced elasticity, and moisture loss. Alongside UVA, there's UVB, which causes sunburn and is a major contributor to skin cancer. UVB exposure results in redness, swelling, and blistering. Additionally, there's UVC, although highly harmful. Luckily, the atmosphere shields us from this radiation. Therefore, the author advocates that the key to youthful skin is sun protection. The most effective anti-aging cream isn't the various wrinkle-reducing or skin-whitening essences but sunscreen. However, for those mindful of skincare, sunscreen alone may not fulfill all anti-aging needs. So, can we do more in our daily lives to slow down aging? Perhaps, we can draw some inspiration from Cleopatra's beauty regimen. The queen raised 700 donkeys specifically for their milk, which she used for bathing. While it may sound incredible, she indeed discovered an anti-aging secret: donkey milk contains fruit acids. Those familiar with skin care might have heard of fruit acids. They aid in skin exfoliation, speeding up epidermal cell turnover. One particular component in fruit acids, glycolic acid, remains widely used in skin care. Delving deeper into acids, scientists discovered that retinoic acid is closely linked to skin health and is perhaps the only compound, besides sunscreen, with ample evidence proving its anti-aging effects, as advocated by many dermatologists. Retinoic acid might sound unfamiliar, but you might have heard of retinol or the popular vitamin C in the morning, vitamin A at night skincare routine. The refers to retinol. Retinol and retinoic acid belong to the vitamin A family, which also includes retinaldehyde, retinol esters, among other natural or synthetic derivatives. Described as a family because they can convert into each other, whether retinol, retinaldehyde, or others, ultimately, they convert to retinoic acid, the substance that truly affects the skin. Retinoic acid stimulates collagen synthesis, thickens the dermis, and removes epidermal keratin, notably smoothing fine lines. Due to its significant irritability, retinoic acid isn't permitted in skin care products. It's a prescription drug, found in some creams used for acne treatment, colloquially known as retinoids. Consequently, most skin care products contain retinol, which, when applied to the skin, converts into retinoic acid through enzymatic conversion within skin cells. Hence, it's relatively safe and less irritating. Nevertheless, even with lesser irritability, it shouldn't be used excessively. A pea-sized amount each time allows the skin to gradually build tolerance, otherwise, it might backfire, causing a burning, stinging sensation on the skin. Part 2. Having discussed our primary concerns about the skin, let's explore what we often overlook about it. Skin, as the body's largest organ, commands attention with its physiological significance. Yet, beyond its physiological role, the skin acts as a lens through which we understand ourselves and the world. When we journey from the physiological aspects of the skin toward the psychological and social layers, we must pass through the bridge of touch. Among the five senses, sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch is perhaps the most easily overlooked. We can close our eyes or plug our ears to experience the absence of vision or hearing. During a cold, smell and taste might temporarily fade. However, few have experienced the loss of touch. Touch coexists with us, sometimes to a degree where we overlook its importance. Yet, touch is immensely significant. It gives the skin its physical, emotional, and spiritual characteristics. What physical properties does touch engender? Imagine standing at your doorstep, reaching into your pocket, intending to pull out keys to unlock the door. Your pocket holds candies, tissues, a pen, and keys. You need to precisely discern which item is the key, retrieve it, insert it into the lock, turn the key, and finally open the door. How does this series of actions occur? This is attributed to the skin's mechanical receptors, which include 4 types of mechanoreceptors, each with its specialized function. When you reach into your pocket without visual information to help, accurate identification of the key relies on a receptor called the Merkel cell. These cells are densely spread across the fingertips, capable of detecting low-frequency, minute vibrations, and pressure. These Merkel cells enable us to quickly discern object edges, curves, and rough textures. Now, having located the key with the help of Merkel cells, you need to exert the appropriate force to pull the key out of your pocket. During this process, you mustn't drop or deform the key. Balancing this force relies on a receptor called the Meissner corpuscle, responsible for recording skin indentation and rebound. While gripping and moving an object, the Meissner corpuscle rapidly detects object slippage, then transmits electric signals to spinal neurons, contracting fingertip muscles to control grip strength. Next, inserting the key into the door lock involves the Pacinian corpuscle receptor. Unlike Merkel cells that excel at discerning object surface features, Pacinian corpuscles perceive a broader range of skin pressure and vibration. This allows us to sense the object the key comes in contact with, almost as if our fingers were there. The presence of Pacinian corpuscles extends our tools as an extension of our skin. The last one to take the stage is the Ruffini ending receptor. It has a lower distribution density on the skin compared to the other 3 receptors. It doesn't focus much on the longitudinal indentation caused by pressure but is attentive to horizontal stretching. This is essential for timely responses when the hand's angle and joint position change, guiding us on which direction to apply force while turning the key to open the door. These four mechanical receptors provide us with fine tactile experiences, empowering us to recognize the environment around us. However, recent scientific findings reveal another set of touch systems specialized in emotional touch. Its existence isn't to make people aware of what's touching them or what they touch, but to convey emotions manifested by touch. With this, the skin becomes a machine that generates joy and pain. This is the sensual experience touch brings. For instance, when a partner caresses us or a friend hugs us, we feel pleasure due to emotional touch. However, you'll notice that when a doctor lightly touches us for an examination or when we brush past strangers at a station, there isn't much sensation. Why? Because skin and the brain collaborate. As the author suggests, when someone touches our bodies, they're also touching our brains. These two organs engage in a continuous dialogue. The brain adjusts the skin's expectations and predictions of touch. The skin's response to touch transmits to the brain, constructing scenes for the mind. Life's joys, sorrows, anger, and happiness play out in the skin-brain collision and intertwine. In this sense, the skin could be seen as an extension of the brain. Finally, let's consider the spiritual experience touch offers. Termed spiritual because touch carries a certain healing effect, most evidently seen in infants. In 1978, at the neonatal intensive care unit of the Columbia Presbyterian Medical Center, where there was a shortage of staff and insufficient incubators, the mortality rate for premature infants was as high as 70%. Later, a doctor opted for an unconventional approach, having premature babies' mothers stand and place their chests against the babies, leading to a method known as kangaroo care. With this, the mortality rate of preterm infants plummeted to 10%. This method gained widespread use globally, fostering a positive shift in newborn care. Touching a mother's skin proved healing for the infants. Conversely, if infants are consistently deprived of touch, they're at a higher risk of developing physiological diseases like diabetes, heart issues, gastrointestinal problems, or mental health disorders like anxiety and depression in adulthood. Touch's healing effect isn't limited to infants. Research indicates that skin-to-skin contact and hugging stimulate nerves, releasing endorphins and oxytocin, effectively reducing stress, promoting mental health, and enhancing the immune system. Touch can even aid Alzheimer's patients in building better emotional connections with others, alleviating symptoms. With this exploration of the bridge of touch, we cross over to discuss the relationship between the skin and the mind, another easily overlooked aspect. The mind affects the skin, and in turn, the skin influences the mind, essentially shaping one another. The skin perceives life's pressure and tension. Everyone experiences times of intense stress, leading to agitation, sleeplessness, and visible exhaustion and anxiety even when unspoken. Skin acts as a real-time display of our mental state. Psychological stress affects our skin in various ways. As we endure stress, hormones prompt cortisol production, exacerbating inflammatory responses. Simultaneously, psychological stress causes neural inflammation, and skin's nerve endings release inflammatory substances under pressure. Furthermore, stress can disrupt the balance of the immune system, triggering inflammations like eczema, psoriasis, and other redness and itching conditions. An investigation among Americans and Europeans revealed that emotional stress was the primary factor for psoriasis flare-ups. For many, stress's impact on the skin is slow and subtle. However, instantaneous manifestations of psychological activities on the body's surface are almost universal. For instance, blushing. When embarrassed in public, one might feel their cheeks instantly heat up. If someone comments on your blushing, your embarrassment might intensify further, wishing to disappear instantly. Why do people blush? When feeling embarrassed or nervous, the body releases adrenaline, causing blood vessels to dilate, directing blood flow to the face, ears, and neck. From a certain perspective, blushing can be seen as a signal to others, expressing unspoken feelings and thoughts, often holding positive significance. The author shares several ways to quickly cool down facial blushes. Next time you're embarrassed due to blushing, you could give them a try. First, relax your face and smile, a proven method to reduce blushing. Then, shift your attention to breathing, focusing on inhaling deeply into your lungs and gently exhaling. If the previous methods are unhelpful, consider pressing your tongue against the roof of your mouth or relaxing the muscles around your eyes while maintaining a soft gaze. This overview demonstrates how the skin isn't merely a protective layer, it embodies emotions, interactions, and profound connections with the world. Alright, that's it for The Remarkable Life of the Skin. From the beginning, we mentioned that this book explores the journey of the skin, delving not only into the physiological aspects but also encompassing the psychological and social significance of the skin. Understanding the skin is akin to understanding oneself. The author's sentiments echo the thoughts of many renowned psychologists and philosophers throughout history. Sigmund Freud, a psychoanalyst, once mentioned in his work The Ego and the ID, that the ego ultimately originates from the sensations of the body. French psychoanalyst Didier Anzou further developed this notion by introducing the concept of the skin ego, metaphorically representing the development and formation of the self. Initially, infants are unaware of the concept of self, uncertain about where their self-boundaries lie, they feel as if they are sharing one skin with their mother. As self-awareness develops, children gradually form the idea of the self being wrapped in the skin, hence an independent individual, using the skin to sense their own existence and thereby establishing their personality and individuality. Philosopher Michel Foucault also shares his perspective on the philosophical skin, believing that, for both individuals and society, the body's skin is interwoven with the existence of the self. Any intentional alteration of the skin's appearance is a form of self-technology. When we change our skin, we change ourselves. In everyday life, expressing feelings and thoughts through skin-related sensations is common. Phrases like, "I'm deeply moved," "this problem is really thorny," "you're too sensitive," "this person is shameless," and so on, prevalent in everyday conversations, all highlight the human aspect of the skin. In summary, the skin is like a house, accommodating both the physical self and the mental self. It serves as both a barrier separating us from the external world and a window opening us to it. Congratulations, you've finished another book. Thank you all for your support and attention. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker channel, like, and share this valuable knowledge with your friends. Let's combine wisdom and practice, achieve our financial goals, and create a better future together. Thank you all, goodbye.